HBL now dominates TikTok in the financial industry in Pakistan overall. And I'm not just talking about financial industry. Overall, the seventh largest brand presence in Pakistan. We've got something like 575,000 followers on TikTok. We were recently featured by TikTok globally as a global success story from Pakistan on TikTok. So if you go to the TikTok website, you will find a story of HBL's TikTok success. Now, before I even talk to you about how did that come about, let me share with you the context in which TikTok eventually became a perfect means to an end. And for that, I'd like to give you some background and perspective to HBL, cricket, and youth. That's where TikTok really lends itself for HBL. HBL is Pakistan's leading bank, as a lot of you probably would know. It's also a bank that has been in existence since 14th of August 1947, nearly 75 years now. It's, as some people would call it, a legacy bank. All of us have heard about HBL even before we were in our professional careers. Now, that posed an interesting challenge for us at HBL because our objective is to reorient this organization, to reorient HBL towards the youth of Pakistan. Pakistan is a youth bulge. For HBL going forward for the next 75 years, we need to be targeting the youth of Pakistan. That's the starting assumption. That's a starting block of what HBL compelled HBL to go and look for ways of reaching out to the youth. In comes cricket. Cricket is a passion in Pakistan. Everyone likes cricket. Corporate titan, or whether you are a street laborer or whatever you're a young woman, young person, old person, you like cricket. You react to cricket. I'll take you back to 2016 now. In 2016, PSL, Pakistan Sports League, the T20 tournament, the T20 league was launched. HBL linked with PSL right at that level at 2016, and it became HBL PSL and has been HBL PSL since then. So 8 years gone, we are still HBL PSL. We've got 2 more years to go. That will complete in 2025. We will complete 10 years of HBL PSL. Now, what does HBL PSL allows HBL to do? It allows us to reach out to the youth of Pakistan. 60% of Pakistan is less than 30 years of age. They all love cricket. Yeah. So HBL gets links onto PSL. And suddenly, we are a bank associated with a sport that has an absolute craze in the youth of Pakistan. It allows us to reach HBL to the youth. Once we got that, so we had a perfect platform. And then we realized that, and obviously we were on television, and obviously we could see us on ground branding, all the paraphernalia that goes with a sports marketing was coming through. But we also realized that HBL PSL, I wouldn't call it spectator sport because at the end of the day, a stadium only houses what, 30-odd thousand people? We are talking about tens of millions of people. How do those tens of millions of people reach out to HBL? They watch it on television, they watch it on their mobile phones, they watch it. So that's where we thought, hey, hang on a minute. So we were actually really passively engaging with that audience because they would switch on television, they would switch on, they would go into the mobile phones and they would see HBL written with next to PSL. They say, all right, fine, HBL is... How do we create engagement with that? That's the question that we were always grappling with. In comes COVID, 2020. And suddenly HBL PSL that took place, it took place in stadiums. There were no spectators, right? That's what happened. COVID restrictions, bubbles. We came up with a slogan in 2021, which was, Jahan fans, wahan stadium. HBL's own logo is ke jahan khwaab wahan HBL. So we took a build on that and we said ke jahan fans wahan stadium. The thinking is wherever the fans get together, that's where the stadium becomes. So the stadium is not just a stadium. Stadium could be a bunch of friends, or the street corner where friends get together to watch a match. That becomes a stadium. So that's the tagline, jahan fans wahan stadium. And then what happened was that we said, all right, so that went well, in line with the whole thing, but we said, how do we engage people? And that's where TikTok really came in, because we realized that TikTok by 2022 had overtaken Facebook with 40 million followers as Pakistan's second biggest platform. We looked at the demographics of those people. Obviously, they were all youth. They were creating user-generated content. And we said, hey, that's an interesting idea. Why don't we reach out to youth and say, we're going to have this hashtag challenge called Jahan Fans Wahan Stadium. You got the jingle, you got the music, you go ahead and create videos. So that's the first part. So that's the first thing, user-generated content. Keep that in mind. Second, we said, hey, hang on a minute. There's also influencers. They're TikTok influencers. We're going to reach out to them. So we reached out to 36 influencers of on TikTok, and we said, here's the jingle, Jahan fans, Wahan stadium. You now create your own videos on this this theme, this jingle, and there you go. Now the numbers that we saw for this hashtag challenge of Jahan fans, Wahan stadium were absolutely stupendous. They blew our mind away. 97% of TikTok users were reached through this campaign, close to 39 million people. That's the first part. 8.9 million videos were created by the TikTok population in Pakistan. Everyone posted Jahan Fans Wahan Stadium's own version, their own version of Jahan Fans Wahan Stadium. And this led to 8.9 billion, that's B or a billion, video views. This happened in 2023. And this was our first time. Now you got to understand, HBL was not on TikTok, right? We weren't on TikTok till September 2022. That's when we decided we should go there, onto TikTok. And by that time, only 0.5% of our total digital marketing spend, digital advertising spend was on TikTok. By now, in 2023, 1 year later, 45% of our digital advertising spend is on TikTok. So, and that's because with the confidence that we got through the Jahan Fans Wahan Stadium platform, which got fantastic numbers. So we intend to continue with our advertising on TikTok because it's interactive. It allows users to interact with the brand. And I think the challenge that we're seeing now is that the passive advertising or the passive engagement of viewers with a brand, now that's over. We're now looking at active engagement, active interaction of consumers, users, or potential consumers and users with that particular brand. And for that, TikTok is a great platform. Thank you very much.